Hello everyone and welcome to another SQL video tutorial with Learn at Knowstar. Today we are going to write a SQL query in which we are going to extend the group by clause to perform a roll-up of the aggregated results, which means we are going to view the results at different levels of aggregation. So we are going to start with a simple example in which we have some contest data which has contestants being ranked in each category on a number of days. And now we need to find out the average score of each contestant in each category as well as the overall average score of each contestant. So instead of having to set up this data in SQL Server, this time we are going to make use of the learnsql.com platform, which will have the data already set up for you. On this platform, you will find 65 plus interactive SQL courses that will teach you not only standard SQL, but also PostGIS, MySQL, MS SQL Server, and PostGIS. You can browse through their courses or apply a quick filter. For example, we are interested in learning about the group by extension, so I'm just going to select group by and scroll down to the relevant course. Here you can check the table of content to see what all topics will be covered. So here you can see that this is a detailed course wherein they cover all the group by extensions like Rollup, Cube, and grouping sets. I'm just going to click on the Rollup. As you go through the course, you will find that they have a very simple and easy way of teaching the content. The thing that you would like most about the course is that they have practical exercises and also a code editor where you can simply write your query. So here we have the description of the data that we are going to be working with, and I can also click here on the database tab and get a view of the data. Once you have an understanding of the data, you can just go and try out your query over here. And execute it by running this. You can also see that they provide hints wherever your query is wrong and is not returning the correct output. Now here, let's take a moment and try to understand the problem statement. So I'm going to click on the database tab over here. So the table is called contest score and the columns are full name, week, category, and score. And you can see that each participant or contestant is being scored every week in a particular category. Now we need to find out the average in each category as well as the overall average score. If you just try to calculate the average score and do a group by full name and category, you can see that after execution, I get an average score, which is the average score for each participant for a particular category. But I do not see any record which has the overall average score for the participant. So to achieve that, we just need to add a roll-up clause to the group by statement. Put the columns on which we want to roll up in the brackets and now execute the query again. Now the query is generating the results as expected. If we scroll down and look at the results, we can see that we get an average score for each participant for each category. And there are also some records which have the full name as null and a category as null. If I scroll down, we will see that I have some results where the contestant name is there, but the category is null. So whenever any column value is null, it means that that column has not been considered while performing the aggregation. So this record over here is an aggregation for each contestant for each category. So average score of Lucy for the workout category. But this record over here is just an overall average score because the column category was not considered while calculating the average score. The top row right over here has both the columns as null, which means this is an overall aggregation, so the highest level of aggregation. Now this can get very confusing and it will be difficult to understand which record represents what kind of aggregation. So let's scroll further in the course and find a solution for that. As we go further through the course, I find an interesting approach that they provided the example and explained how the roll-up query works with one table, and now they have provided another table, the delivery table, as you can see over here, with different kind of data, and they want us to perform the same calculation that they perform with the contest score table. So this is a very good practice that we can get if we are trying to learn any SQL query writing. Also, you can see if you're stuck anywhere, you can just click on show me the answer and the query will be written for you. So I've just scrolled over to the part which has a solution for our problem in which we are asked to use the grouping function, and this is the query that we can use. So they have provided a query already on the contest score table, and then we will be asked to write the same query or replicate the same query for the delivery table. So the function that we need to use here is the grouping function. So if you just add a grouping, so there's a grouping on full name, which is one of our columns. There's a grouping on category, which is one of our columns for aggregation, and grouping on week. And this is a group by rollup combined on all these columns. If we execute this query, so we can now see that 3 columns have been added at the end. And here it clearly defines that the grouping function takes 1 column as an argument. It returns a 0 if the column is used in the grouping and a 1 if it is not. So if you see that there's a 1 over here, which means the full name, the grouping that has been performed is not at the level of full name, not at the level of category, not at the level of week, which means it is the highest level of aggregation. If we go down further, you will see that this grouping is for the contestant. It is not at the level of category, so the output is 1 over here. It is not at the level of week, so this is the overall score across all weeks for this contestant, and therefore the value is 1 over here. So these values can be used as a filter, and then a report can be generated by using just a simple SQL query, which will give you the roll-up aggregated data, the rolled up aggregated data at different levels. All these courses can be accessed either at an individual level, or you can have lifetime access to all the courses which are available on their site. So 71 present and future courses. There is a code that you can use below in the description to get a 5% discount on your membership for this site. You can also try out their free plan, and it requires no credit card, so you can try the free plan and try to access all these courses, and you can review the courses and then select this course which suits your requirements. I hope that this video was useful and you learned a new SQL trick. Do try out this platform by using the promo code given in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.